Picture this. Granny and her daughter Martha are in the kitchen getting ready for a cozy dinner. Martha's craving some good old mac and cheese, and Granny, being the sweetheart she is, gets Martha to look at a mac and cheese tutorial on Karen Book and whips it up from scratch. She makes the mac and cheese, puts it in the oven, and everything's going great until BOOM! 34 minutes later, the oven decides to throw a cheesy temper tantrum and explodes. Talk about dinner drama. There they are, both in tears and covered in mac and cheese with their dinner dreams shattered. But then Martha's face lights up with an idea. "Mom," she says with those puppy dog eyes, "could you pretty please get us some fish and chips?" Granny's response, a dramatic, "Why can't you go?" Martha, being the clever cookie she is, claims her legs are suddenly too sore to move. How convenient, right? So there's Granny, putting on her coat while Martha's living her best life, scrolling through Karen Book and KarenTube. I mean, who needs to walk when you've got social media? Granny hops on her trusty motor scooter and zooms off to Karen's Fish and Chips. You know, that place everyone talks about for their legendary deals. Before getting fish and chips, Granny goes on a detour. Granny goes to McCarran's and orders a takeaway cheeseburger with fries. Now here's where it gets interesting. Granny walks in, ready to order a medium fish and chips, and Karen, the owner, drops the price, $58. Granny's thinking, that's more suspicious than my neighbor's garden gnome collection? But then she remembers the rumors. If Karen charges you something ridiculous, you're in for a special treat. 10 portions of fish and chips. Granny's eyes light up like Christmas trees. She hands over the cash, already throwing that cheeseburger away and planning how to store all that food. So she goes back home to Martha and screams, "We're eating fish and chips for days." But guess what? Plot twist. They end up with exactly 1 fish and 1 chip. Now they're stuck with sharing half a fish and half a chip. Talk about a fishy situation. Looks like Karen's deals aren't exactly what they're battered up to be. But Granny still has other plans. She runs to the basement, her bedroom. Martha hasn't seen her run quicker than that ever. She picks up some cash. The bag holds $1 million, but Granny gets $50 and Martha doesn't even know. Granny goes through the secret passage she built to get to the garden. Now she's on her motor scooter going back to the fish and chips shop, but wait, what's that? Granny is outside Karen's Fish and Chips and sees the burger she threw away. Granny gets the burger out of the bin, shrugs and says, "Waste not, want not."